Hi, this is Kurt,
Yeah, this is Kevin.
and we're just going to talk a little bit about how anime key visuals suck. So the whole reason we even brought this up is that I started summertime rendering within the last few days. And it was something that I read the synopsis and oh, that seems kind of cool to me. And I think I saw the PV of it. It intrigued me enough. I watched the PV and I was like, oh, this looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
But if I was just going on the poster, I don't think I would have watched the show. And so you have not watched. You know nothing.
I know nothing about summertime rendering.
Based on the key visual, try to give me a short plot summary of summertime rendering, and then I'll give a short spoiler-free summary. So go ahead, Kevin.
Okay.
What is summertime rendering about?
First time I ever saw the poster image, the key image, and even the manga. They had the same issue.
Yeah.
It's the girl with blonde hair in her school swimsuit.
Yeah.
So I always imagined it was something to do with swimming, or the Breakfast Club where they hang out and where they have to clean the pool. That's their chores. They're an outcast group that has to clean the pool.
Okay.
But just going by the key visual, that's the image I have in my head.
Okay. It's like the Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club, but instead of detention, they have to clean the pool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is your final.
Yeah,
answer.
that's what I get.
So if you're selling this show, right? So you bring it to the Disney Plus execs, and you're like, this show, this is my image. It's the show about it's Breakfast Club on a Japanese island in summer, and they clean the pool. That's your pitch.
That's my pitch.
Summertime rendering is Happy Death Day meets Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Hey.
Okay. Yeah, so I kind of knew it had something to do with time travel, time something.
Yeah.
I never would have gleaned that from the poster.
Yep.
Because I don't want you to spoil anything because
Yeah.
I'm going to watch a show.
Yeah.
Is the swimsuit a key thing? Because I kind of think that's misleading if it isn't, because I think that's immediately the thing.
Define key thing.
Would it matter if she was wearing normal clothes?
The show has a reason that I don't fully buy.
Okay.
Your first exposure to a show definitely is the most important. So essentially, I think the general structure of it usually will be let's have every single character that's semi-important.
Yeah.
And we'll slap them onto a poster. Maybe we'll put them in front of a building or something, or whatever the setting of the show is. And we'll call it a day, right? That is the vast majority of anime key
They
visuals.
essentially copy the format Drew Struzan uses for his posters. It's just get all your characters and then superimpose their faces.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so it's so important for that visual aspect for people to be see something and go, what am I watching based on this image? And it's tough, right?
Yeah.
It's tough to be able to capture all of that. We're not here saying, oh, those people making the key visuals to anime
They
shows.
suck. They're talentless.
We could do it way better, right?
Yeah.
Because, in the end, it's very hard.
Yeah, I think when it comes to anime movies, they do
Yeah.
a better job.
Oh, yeah.
But when it comes to my favorite
Yeah.
key visuals, I always go to Shinkai stuff.
Yeah. I also think, again, that points to what the anime industry is about. These films are given a lot more artistic leeway because they're not being used to sell light novels and manga. And now that Shinkai has made himself a household name, or I guess not household, but very known, at least even within film circles.
Yes.
If you're making a animated film, they're a lot more likely to give you leeway because they're the art house people will watch this if it's unique, right? And so maybe that's a way to sell it. Whereas with televised anime, it 100% is an advertisement, right?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of the times it's advertisement. And so I think maybe that's why too shows like Sunny Boy, which isn't really advertising anything, has a little bit more of an ambitious key visual. How key visuals look in a lot of these things it reflects back upon this industry as a whole, right? Actually, another reason why I even wanted to talk about this was I saw a thread on Twitter where they're posting great movie posters.
Yeah.
And there's a movie that I really enjoyed from last year that some people enjoyed. It was Spencer. It was the Princess Di biopic starring Kristen Stewart. Have you seen that movie poster?
Not yet. Oh no, the movie poster. Yes,
Yes.
not the movie.
It's so emblematic of that movie. Just having Kristen Stewart in Princess Di's dress just draped across the floor, and her kind of keeled over and kind of crying into the into the void, into the black void. What a poster, right? You go and watch that and you're like, or even more recently, Nope. Like, I think that poster's so intriguing. You just see Nope in big white block text. It makes you want to see the movie. And I feel like a lot of these anime studios should take a page out of these Hollywood films to make these posters more interesting. And you know what? Maybe it's also a cultural difference, right? What a poster that will work over here in the West might not succeed as well.
True.
Because
they do change it up for like international releases, like Star Wars and stuff like that. Yeah.
But I think it's a bummer because if you're consuming these shows mostly from streaming services nowadays, and you are confronted with these key visuals, then maybe you're gonna skip on a show that is pretty good.
Yeah.
But just has a ugly, boring key visual. You know?
Yeah.
And that's a shame.
Yeah, it is a shame. I definitely think that when it comes to, I'm a big anime collector. I merchandise collector. I buy figures.
Literally the biggest collection in North America. I'm not kidding. He has the most anime figures in North America. I'm not kidding.
I have an insane amount of anime figures. Yes.
Yeah.
But I also like collecting posters, and so like. I have a bunch of movie posters, but when it comes to anime, like key visual posters, I don't really have those. I only have
boring.
because they're kind of boring. I usually just collect the character posters.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you want to think of it on a marketing level only, I think it's a big missed opportunity.
Yeah. So it's a huge shame. I hope that maybe that changes in the future. I think that a good key visual can make all the difference in whether someone will watch something or not watch something. And going all the way back to what this originally, why this topic got brought up in the first place, with something like summertime rendering, you want to give your audience a little bit of knowledge about what they're going to watch. Because if I think it's Breakfast Club during the summer cleaning up pools, maybe I'm not as likely to watch it than if I know it's Happy Death Day meets Invasion of the Body Snatchers, right?
Yeah.
And so, I think that hopefully in the future, these companies realize that there's always a balance to art and profit. Yeah. You can make something artistic while also making it profitable, and hopefully they find a better balance to that in the future. And that's it. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to our little rant about why anime key visuals suck. This is Kurt.
And this is Kevin.
And thank you for watching.